The new Plants vs. Zombies Replanted game has ruined any chance at us getting more Plants vs. Zombies content, all because of one mistake, not making the PvP mode online. Let's get into it. Now, PvZ Replanted was announced a while ago and is now available for pre-order. Now, if you have been anywhere in the PvZ community, you would know this game has been very anticipated since the Plants vs. Zombies 16th birthday event back in May. There is still a lot more information about the game that needs to be announced, but today I want to focus on one key aspect of the game. The version of the game that they are remaking is the original console version that was released on the PS3 and the Xbox. This specific version of the game had a PvP mode that everybody loved. A YouTuber, DanaRay, did a whole tournament of this game mode that was pretty fire. I'll probably leave that in the description for those who want to check that out. Now, the devs at PodCap have definitely been working really hard to get this game out to us. EA has been seeing us beg and cry for more PvZ content, and they're finally giving the fans and PodCap a chance with this new game. If this game does good, it could mean more PvZ content that we all have been asking for, like PvZ Garden Warfare 2 updates, or maybe even Garden Warfare 3. I know those were the only two things I said. They're the only two things that people have been asking for. So it was so disappointing when I went to go pre-order the game and I saw that it was $20. Alright, little much for a free game that has been out for 16 years, but I'm sure a lot of people won't mind buying it. And then when I saw that there was no online PvP,
this nigga is trash.
Look, the purpose of this game is to see how much PvZ fans want more games. Well, really to see how much money EA can make off of PvZ fans. So why would they make this game with no online PvP? That could have been the thing to draw in so many old fans of the series who have probably been tapped out of Plants vs. Zombies since 2016 when Garden Warfare 2 came out. For now, the only people who are guaranteed to get this game are the die-hard PvZ fans. But the average person is not going to care about this game, and you have to appease to those people as well. But if they made the PvP mode online, content creators everywhere would eat that up. I'm telling you, even if it was only a week or two, content creators uploading about the game, doing online tournaments, just playing on Twitch and YouTube, that could get the game so many sales. It was honestly the best possible direction for the game to go. And even if it didn't blow up, it would still bring back more reoccurring players that EA loves so much. And I'm positive that the team was thinking about this when they were developing the game. So why didn't it happen? It could be that EA, being EA, didn't give them the resources to make such a mode. Or maybe EA gave them full reign on the game, but PodCap was so focused on making it like the original, they missed out on a big opportunity to make the game the best it could be. Speaking of which, I'm actually really worried about this game. We gotta think about it. What actually new are we getting in this game? I am so afraid that the lack of new content could be something that also makes this game fail. I know we're getting some more hard difficulty modes, which I know a lot of people in the PvZ community enjoy, but without any new plants or new zombies to work with, the game's just gonna feel very stale. I'm not saying that we have to get a whole new world with like 20 different new plants, but just some new plants and new zombies can make the game feel fresh and really separate itself from the old versions that were on the previous console generation. I'd even settle for adding some PvZ 2 plants, but in the style of PvZ 1, like Bonk Choy, Snapdragon, or Lightning Rod. But they want people to pay $20 for a game that has been out for 16 years, but you played on a console and with co-op. Not saying that the $20 price is the problem, but it feels just a little bit too high for the amount of new content that we're actually getting. It feels like right now EA is testing to see how much money they can make off of PvZ while putting in as little effort as possible. And it really scares me. This game might be our only chance at reviving the PvZ brand. It'll be so sad though if it just ends up being a failed experiment. EA decides that PodCap is not worth keeping around anymore. And speaking of which, there's another thing I want to bring up. Why doesn't PopCap make any other games besides Plants vs. Zombies? A lot of developers do this, even indie devs, and PopCap is way too experienced to be considered an indie dev at this point. But the console games are so good that I would love to see PopCap work on something outside of the PvZ franchise. Honestly, something I would love to see is PopCap make a Last Kids on Earth action adventure game in the style of the Garden Warfare games. Shout out to anybody who's read Last Kids on Earth, those books are legendary. Honestly, there were probably attempts to branch off in the past that might have just been shut down by EA. I know it seems like I'm blaming everything on EA. Welcome to the Plants vs. Zombies community. I'm really looking forward to this game, and I really hope that it does well, because the future of the franchise is kind of depending on it. PvZ could have a really bright future. It just depends on what PodCap and EA do from here. But that's going to be the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to like and hit that subscribe button. If you want to see more of my content, I just finished making a video about who was better in Spider-Man 2, Peter or Miles. Ending might just shock you. Who knows? But I'm going to see you guys later. Room Shambus.